All right, good evening, Kenneth Tortoise Capital Nightly Strategy Podcast for July 23rd, 2022. A quick look at the swing trade frames. We're going to start with Chi Wing Chong's regression line 30 assessment of the sectors. Market continuing to work, being led by tech and finance. Energy beginning to make its turn. It's now back to just -2 sigma. Materials catching up. And the steels are very tradable right now. Comparing the growth on and growth off, we still have discretionary leading the way over staples, both tracking the market pretty closely, but a slight advantage to the speculative growth. That reinforces what we saw before with tech leading the way. All right, into the frames. Many thanks to Ken H. First up, Murphy USA. Strong support. The winter, this looks like an SSC. The move to 275 is the first move. If it clears that, then it's free and clear. That looks like a nice continue. That's leg one, leg two, leg three. The pullback held, so I really like that on the upside. If you get the failure, it's back down here to 250 pretty quick, though. Nice frame. Strong move ready in either direction. Here was a quick hit from Paul in Devon Energy. These are all reasonable moves. This is a nice short as it rolls back down through. Waiting too long on that. When you are that far into the trade, so if that's -1, then this was almost +1. You can't let a +1 trade become a -1 trade. So we want to start looking at trailing stops on this one. When this opens, sells off and closes to here, we got to be exiting so at least here. But we can't let it go from +1 to -1. This is a stop and reverse, which looks premature. No, as you were. So this rolls over. He gets the short. That's a good short. Again, we're almost +1, and he took the -0.5. This failure to fail in here, that's telling you that short's not working. This is a really good long. That gives you a COTA 2. I love this one, but you can't let it leave the dragon. This is a great short. I think you could have a second entry here on the violation of this, and then a one. If you have two positions on, a 1, 2, 3 would get you out right about here. That's still a great exit. So a little bit of tightening up, and that makes this a positive day. You got to be more ruthless on the risk management, giving it too much credit. Here's Luke with the 5-minute Aussie. PSAR flip is a little late, but that's still all right. Good exit, great reentry. We could get a second one either here or here with a perfect exit. SSC flip, great exit, just like you're supposed to for 4. It could have been 6. Here's Les with the euro dollar 3-minute. Yep. Even if this is where you start, yeah, that's the first place you can enter. I don't mind getting paid, but when this fails over, you got to get short here again. rolled back into the spring. Great PSAR flip. Got paid. Was out of the office. We could have been short here and here. This is a good PSAR flip and go, and you got what was available. Good day at work. Woj for 2.4. Nice. Stayed out of the chop. Re-engages, gets a perfect kata 2. Missed a kata 2. This is still fairly close. It's waiting for the emerging dragon. Got paid. The second entries, we got to get that in here, but you got paid and you made bank on the big moves. So pretty nice work. 5R for the week. The break-even trade, over trading. We get a second position either there or here. Still lots of over trading, but got paid big on the big move that was there. All right, the cues. Back to the frames. Collapsing dragon. Finding support on the weekly. So there's an SSC on the weekly at 302. So that's what this looks like. This is just the start of something big, but it does have to get above 315, to be really powerful. But you love the sight of this. All these kata 2s and ready to go instantly. As soon as that breaks up, get it. And then if it breaks above, second position. Tech leading the way. Coinbase. A really strong 1 week performance in the cryptos. This is going to be the test. Is it going to still work? We don't know. That's a question mark. He got his entry here, his stop. Should be about there. You like the kata 2. And I think if it breaks above 77, that's going to be good to go. Because you're already testing all this stuff. So it just has to clear this local support. Call it 80. North at 80. I just put that automatically on there with 2 positions. Because this is not resistance. That was just panic selling. So this is a bottoming process that's been put in. And if this takes off, that's going to go well. So I'd put 2 positions on right there. Above 80. Natural gas swinging wildly on the weekly. There's your kata 2. Probably here, but if it hits 30, that will be a reinforcing position. There's your kata 2. Oh, boy. Or your SSC, PSAR flip, and lots of kata 2s, and he's got one in hand. I would add another one as soon as it breaks higher. My stop would be there. 27.50 to lock in again. Devon Energy, bottoming process. Energy has been weak, so this one is truly a critical state, ready to rebound on a kata 2. Second position at 58, but on this failure, I'd be adding the second position around 52, aiming for 50. Well, that's just ready to go hard in either direction. That's a great find. But you can see that's got an interesting turning point here on the weekly. That bottoming process looks like this on the daily. So it's been a while that it has not failed further. So I really like it to the upside. New core steel. I think stayed too long on this one. I think my exit would have to be there. If this fails, you got to lock that in. But if this comes out of the 0 state working, I'd be on it right there. A third position at 130. I think I would get short around 115 with the idea that it's going to come to 108 and then 102. McDonald's has been having Kata 2s on the weekly and breaking out above 255. Tried hard 3 or 4 times, get the rising lows. So that's the question mark. It's starting to chop a little bit. Does it have the guts to keep going? If it can get above 257, it will have cleared the previous peak of the RL10, that double top, and that should really go. It's stalled enough in here to gather strength that once it breaks above 256, crush it. Verizon, this has been an intraday trader kind of only. I like this because that was such an extreme move that you got to like the potential of getting back up to 46. That's a $2 move or $1.50. So I really like that. The last time it failed harshly, it zoomed all the way to 52. Now it failed harshly and has just started to recover. So I think you put a bracket around that and you're ready to go in either direction large. That one's really in play. Humana, healthcare, has broken out of the weekly trading range. So 470 ought to be, strong support for sure. Strong support at 470. And he's ready to play a breakout here or a breakdown there. I like the Kata 2 action. So this is ready to break hard to the upside, second position above 500. I think you could be short there with the second position here, third position there. U.S. real estate. Kata 2s as far as the eye can see. Chinese are buying a lot of our real estate. There's your Kata 2 on the daily. I love that to the upside. Just keep buying it. Has plenty of room to recover as a sector back to 110. Where else is speculative money that's been made going to go? Well, what's the better store of value than U.S. real estate? There isn't one. And then finally, Murphy. Caught a 2 on the weekly and rocking steady. So if it gets above 275, you're good to go. This is the first tactical play. This is tactical space. So if it breaks out and then starts to roll over, just cash it. But if it goes above 275, put that second position on. You can see again that strength of that double bottom. All right. That's everything we got. Take good care. We shall see you tomorrow.